Hello students, this is Friday and I've noticed other teachers doing read alouds and things, and it made me think about First Chapter Friday. This book was one that I was planning on reading to y'all since spring break started. I found it at a bookstore when I was on spring break with my sister, and it's by Jason Reynolds. Y'all know that I enjoy Jason Reynolds quite a lot. This is the third in the series of Ghost. So Ghost is the first start of these track members, and this one is Sunny. I'm missing track season, obviously, and I know some of us are as well. So I wanted to bring you a book for First Chapter Friday. The things that we always think about is what the first chapter tells us, and this one told me a lot about this character and the plot and things that he was going to encounter. There is availability. We have this at our library, and y'all know there is online checkout available, but no other local libraries are doing ebooks and online checkout. So chapter 1 is actually called Friday, and since I figure it is Friday, it'd be a good one to start with. So it says, Dear Diary. This book is written a little differently than other books. It starts with he was writing to his diary, and actually continues, he writes to his diary often. It's been a while, and because you're back, because I brought you back, after spiraling your backbone back into place, backety back, Ariella, for some reason, feels like she needs to be introduced to you all over again, like she don't know you, like she don't remember you, but I do. So we don't have to shake hands and do the whole my name is thing, but Ariella might need to do that. Today she asked me if I still call you diary, or if I call you journal now, or maybe notebook. I told her diary. I've always called you that, because I like diary. Notebook? No. And Dear Journal doesn't really work the same. Doesn't do it for me. Dear Diary is better, not just because of the double D alliteration action, but also because diary reminds me of the name Daryl. So at least I feel like I'm talking to an actual. And Daryl reminds me of the word dairy, and diary are the same, except for where the I is. And I like dairy, at least milk. I can't drink a lot of it, which you know, because it makes my stomach feel like it's full of glue, which you also know. But I like it anyway, because I'm weird, which you definitely know. You know I like weird stuff, and everything about milk is weird, even the word milk, which I think probably sounded more like what milk sounds like when you guzzle it. Milk, 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 milk. I should start over. Dear Diary, this is my start over. Ariella asked me how long it's been since I've spoken to you. I told her a while, when I was a little kid and was all yelly, and Daryl wanted me to be more hushy. He gave me you and told me to put the noise on your pages whenever I felt like I needed to, which was all the time, except for when I was running or sleeping. Told me to fold it up in you so he could get some peace, so he could have quieter for concentration when we picked at our puzzles after work. Yes, diary, we still do puzzles together. It's still our way of, I guess, bonding. Anyway, after a while, my brain stopped pushing so much loud out of my mouth, stopped noising up the puzzling, thanks to you. You know how a health bar makes you less hungry, but it doesn't really make you full, diary? That's what you are, a health bar. You take the hunger growl out of my mind. And once I got to a place where the growl was pretty much a purr, I stopped writing in you. But now, the volume on the growl is turning up again. And even though it's being turned up, I can feel it working its way down, pushing behind my eyes, and marching over my tongue, ready to come out. And my father? Well, he still doesn't want to be disturbed. And I don't want to disturb him in his work, and his newspaper, and definitely not the puzzles, because the puzzles are our time. So, diary, thanks for still being a friend. Something for me to bite down on. Something for me to whisper scream to. Because sometimes I have too many screams up there. And they boing boing in my brain. Boing boing in my brain. Like a jumping bean. Boing boing in my brain. Like a jumping bean. My brain and moon bounce at a party nobody's invited to. But now I can put them in you. Again. And now Ariella's asking me about it. About you. Asking me about journaling. No. Diarying. Which sounds like diarying, which is sort of the same thing. Ariella told me she thinks it's a good thing I've been writing again. Even wanted to make sure I understood that whatever I write down don't have to make sense, as long as it's really me. Really my brain and heart stuff. And that's a good thing, even though I already knew that. Because making sense makes no sense to me. Sense should kind of already be made, right? It should already exist like love, or maybe sky. You don't have to create it or choreograph it or nothing like that. At least I don't think you do. So none of this has to make sense. It just has to make me. I'm already me, but it has to make me something. Make me quiet and calm. And maybe also make me brave enough to do what I'm going to have to do tomorrow at the track meet, which is probably not going to be quiet or calm. That's the real reason Ariel is interested in you, diary. She thinks I don't know that, but I know. I know because I know she knows I'm scared. That's why I brought you back. I'm so scared. And scared don't sound like eek or gasp. Scared sounds like glass shattering. Scared sounds like glass shattering. Diary, after all these years, you ever not want to be written in, on? Am I writing on you or in you? Or both? How does that even make you feel? I've never really asked you that. You ever just want to stay blank? Just be a paper or whatever you think you are? Because I know what that's like. And tomorrow, my father will too. Also, Ariella called you a journal, but you're a diary. So I will call you by your name. So remember when we're doing first chapters that we think about what other people said about the book. So you can always find that summary inside. And if there's anything that anyone else has said, it should be either on the back cover or should be on the back sleeve. This one, the back cover gives you Ghost, which was the first one, and then Patina, which is the second one. And for some reason, I was just kind of drawn to Sunny. He's doing this fun little dance move. You don't have to read this book. It doesn't have to be this book that you pick out from ebooks, but just remember to keep reading. I know this time brings us all some extra attention to free time, and so spend some time reading if you get the chance. Find a book, and then we can share it when we get back to school.